Hardway wrestling, coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hardway wrestling, taken by surprise. Hardway wrestling, coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hardway wrestling, straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hardway Wrestling, where clearly this is my first time and I don't know what to do. I hit the start streaming, hit the start recording, stop recording, had the wrong intro picture up, had to turn that off. Happy 2 years, boys. Happy 2 years.
Right?
I'm a little disheveled today for some reason. I have no idea.
How many daddy sodas have you had?
I have not, and that's the thing. I don't drink that often, and I don't drink casually. I don't just sit around and drink unless I really want to get drunk. So, which Ricky and I did a couple weeks ago.
Unless like me and Damien come over.
Yeah. And most of the time when they come over, we have a couple drinks, and Damien's passed out, and then I pass out, and Ricky's still drinking alone. So that's kind of how it works. So.
That's
Welcome to
right.
Hardway.
I got the laser pointer for your cat to entertain myself.
Oh, well. That's how you know you're old, right? You don't look at porn. You stop looking at porn. You're looking at laser pointers. So, welcome to Hardway Wrestling, TikTok, Instagram. Not Instagram because I'm still on. I'm still in trouble. But welcome Facebook and YouTube and all you good fine people out there. We got some new followers in the last couple of days. So welcome into Hardway Wrestling. If you don't know us, you'll find out real fucking quick that we are an opinion-based wrestling show who gives zero fucks about what your thoughts are. Just kidding. We love everybody. Unless you cause drama, then we boot your ass. So anyway, welcome in. Boys, how's your week, man? It's Friday. It's Friday.
Yep.
Did we have anything exciting happen this week? I know we got to talk about Dynamite today. We got some other news articles and stuff. But you guys, the first thing somebody said was, I didn't watch Dynamite. And the other one said, oh, we were supposed to watch Dynamite? And then, yes, you're supposed to watch Dynamite. You're supposed to try to watch Dynamite because that's what how can you speak educationally and knowledgeably on something you don't fucking pay attention to?
I can sum Dynamite up in a couple words. Tony Khan's booking sucks.
That's not a couple. That's 4 words. But whatever. I mean, nobody said there was math involved. So
Long work week.
all right. Well, let's. This show has a
Maybe I
sponsor.
should watch Dynamite. It'll help me fall asleep better.
It did me Wednesday night.
It did me. It did
Hey,
me.
you know
it did
what?
me Thursday afternoon.
that you know what? Next time we do a review of Dynamite, get that melatonin bottle and just wrap it with the AEW Dynamite logo. And this is now sponsored by AEW Dynamite.
I did see the ratings are coming up a little bit, not a lot. The ratings are coming up a little bit. But they had a overrun this Wednesday and it tanked. The overrun just tanked. so but anyway, this week's episode or Friday's episode of Hardway Wrestling is brought to you by USW Wrestling. You can catch them every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. All the stars in wrestling. I mean, you've heard of The Rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not there. You've heard of John Cena?
Uh-huh.
He's definitely not there. Have you heard of Roman Reigns? Put up your voice. You've heard of Roman?
Yeah.
He's not there either. But even much better. Jonathan Cross.
Yeah.
Huck Sawyer. Brian Hardy. Austin Blackthorne.
What?
I mean, what? You name it. You name all the stars. They're there. Axel Crow. Robbie Wayne. I mean, you name it. The women's, the U.S. or the ladies' Liberty champion. She's there. Every once in a while, you get a good ref. It isn't often, but maybe Bone Jones is there too. So, This week's episode brought to you by USW Wrestling. 10 a.m. Watch it. If you're not watching it, well, you're an idiot.
Next week on USW Justice, Merrick Miami in action. The USW Tag Team Champions put the belts on the line as Austin Blackthorne and Huck Sawyer are in action. The Ageless One, Ethan Cross, in singles action. In the main event, it's Atticus Webb and Owen Maverick. And stunning Adam Armstrong's 1 year celebration as USW Silver Screen Champion is hosted by Jonathan Cross. All this and much more. Don't forget to tune in next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for another exciting episode of USW Justice.
Hosted by Jonathan Cross. Can you believe Jonathan Cross is hosting a 1 year celebration for Adam Armstrong? I'm going to tell you this right now. It's probably going to be amazing. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe. It's probably going to be amazing.
But by the way, going back to something completely different, because who cares about Jonathan Cross? But
I mean, the numbers don't lie. I mean, the episodes with Jonathan Cross in them all spiked.
Yeah, in the other direction, in the downward trajectory, yes.
Oh, well, wherever, up or down, they're moving.
It's all
But no,
matters.
you said John
Needle
Cena's.
mover.
You said John Cena's not at USW. How do you know? Has anybody seen him?
Oh, you see him now. You see John now. We see John for who he is.
Yep.
Air brakes. Anyway, I dare you to say that Ernest P. World to his face.
If I ever met John, I would
have a
literally
black eye and
if I ever met John in person, I'd walk up to him and say, like, "Hey, Vern."
yeah, I bet you would.
He'd hit you with more than Coke can.
Hit you with a defamation suit. Anyway, check out USW Wrestling. So we got some news stories here. We're gonna get some. We got some news. Couple news stories. We're gonna do a Revolution preview. We got Scotty's on board today. Scott takes. It's gonna be a good one. You know how I know it's gonna be a good one? I didn't give him the questions this time, so I don't know what's going on. I couldn't prepare this time. So anyway.
Cue the crickets.
Cue the crickets. Gentlemen announced either today or yesterday another Hall of Fame inductee, Lex Luger. What do we feel? How do we feel about this, T-Bone?
I love it. I'm a big Lex Luger fan. I mean, his personal
The
life's
only
his
one.
personal life. That's something you got to separate it. I liked his work as a wrestler back in the 80s and 90s. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Lex Luger and Sting as a tag team. I liked him separately too. I remember him with the old NWA United States title wrestling Nikita Koloff back in the 80s. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
Not to be confused with Nikita Call It Off.
Also, not to be confused with Nikita
Ham.
Lyons. And him.
Yeah.
So a little bit of I'll get your all's takes here in a second, but a little bit of stuff here with Luger. Some of his ring names: Lex Luger, the Luger, right? The Narcissist, the Total Package, billed from Atlanta, Georgia, and Chicago. That's kind of maybe at two homes. I don't know. Trained by Barry Windham, Bob Roop, and Hiro Matsuda.
Mm-hmm.
He also played football. Did you guys know he played football?
Yeah.
Yep, Green Bay Packers, I do believe.
In his college, he was with Penn State. He played at Penn State. He played at Miami. He played for the Hurricanes. And then he played for the Montreal Alouettes, the Edmonton Eskimos. These were all
Forgot
huge.
about the CFL.
Yeah, he's a Canadian guy. And he played in the 67th Grey Cup. that nobody ever saw, probably. He was signed to the Green Bay Packers of the National Football League. Then he would, in 1982, he was on injured reserve. So, his professional wrestling career, he was with NWA from 85 to 87, Jim Crockett Promotions to 87 to 80 to 92. He was a horseman, not in my eyes, from 1987 to 1989. I hated that, by the way, when the Horseman became the first NWO, where it could just be anybody. United States Heavyweight Champion 89 to 90. World Heavyweight Champion 91 to 92. Bodybuilding Federation. You remember how awesome that was?
That was great.
No steroids involved at all. Promise. WWF 93 to 95. He was a narcissist in 93. The American 93 to 94. He's with the Allied Powers in 95. Returned to WCW in 95 to 2001, and then we know what happened after 2001. Just as Buff Bagwell, he wasn't at Culpeper. He wasn't at a building in Culpeper. He swears to God. Anyway, that was kind of his career. Scotty, give me some takeaways from Lex Luger. Give me something you remember about Lex Luger.
I mean, for me, Lex Luger, like, I first saw him because I didn't get to see much of the NWA early WCW stuff in the 90s, but I do remember him the first.
Boy, did you miss out because it was god awful.
Yeah.
RoboCop.
Yeah, no.
You got to remember.
That I do remember. I do remember seeing I remember seeing the after things of that years later, but no, the thing I remember was the USS Intrepid. Him body slamming Yokozuna, the Lex Express, and him kind of being that guy that was, he was the next Hogan after Hogan had kind of cooled off. And, that was also right around the time that I lost syndication. They had taken all the syndicated stuff off the networks and it was all on cable at that point. So the rest of the Luger run I missed, but it was that build. It was the Intrepid, and then them starting the Lex Express stuff, and then sadly I missed the rest of it.
He was the next one, right? He was the next one, right?
He was supposed to be.
He was going to take Hogan's spot.
They gave him that co-Rumble win with Bret Hart just to have him lead off Mania and lose from what was it, Mr. Perfect? Cost him the match.
Yes, if I remember correctly.
Disqualified him for using the steel-plated elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Something like that,
yeah.
Ricky, those are your memories of
pretty much. There's not a whole lot with Luger. I mean, he was just there.
He looked good. That was his thing. He looked great.
Like $1 million.
Rob said he had a gimmick called the Lady Killer. I don't know what that means. Sorry, Miss Elizabeth. Remember we talked over the past couple of years.
Lust in your eyes, Luger.
Maybe we talked over the years about how we all got in trouble in school for doing the DX. I used to put kids in the torture rack out on the playground. I used to be if I didn't lock the figure 4 in on you, I was putting you up in the torture rack. So I always thought that was a pretty awesome finishing move. Pretty awesome name for finishing move. Yeah. So Lex Luger, there wasn't many guys that were built
for the torture rack. You were getting a figure 4 or the sharpshooter from me.
We used to have it used to be called the KWW at the Kids World Wrestling Federation out on the playground, and I sent many kids crying. A lot of them were in it and didn't know it. I had a lot of sneak attacks backstage. That's for sure. A lot of sneak attacks backstage.
He was attacking all the Eugenes.
Yeah, we did have a lot of Eugenes. That class went out 30 minutes before ours, and I caught them right before they went back in. So,
Right after they pooped themselves.
yeah, Luger didn't look like a lot of the wrestlers. I mean, there was always good looking built guys, but Luger was the step above. So
See, Luger, like the other thing is Luger looked different than even some of the other well-built guys that were in the business. Like, I mean, you had Ultimate Warrior, Warrior's jacked up and stuff like that, but Luger looked like Warrior looked unnatural. Luger looked, I mean, yes, I know he used roids, but Luger looked more like when he did use them, he still looked natural. He still looked like a Greek god in a way that wasn't like over the top or out of place. Like I said, because like Warrior, you could always like, even as a kid, you kind of like the guy was cool, but you could just tell even as a kid that just something wasn't right about the way Warrior looked. Whereas Luger looked more natural and looked like he was kind of already built that way.
well, you couldn't look at the Warrior because he never stood still long enough to really know.
Yeah. Even in his promos, he was
Yeah.
pacing all over the place.
He was always the moon and the stars and the sky. Yeah, whatever Warrior.
Whatever the cocaine told him to say.
Yeah. So, anyway, super excited about, and we're gonna have, before we get into WrestleMania next month, we'll go over. There'll be some more inductees for the Hall of Fame. They've only announced one other, right?
Natural disasters are also going in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Okay, very
Yeah,
cool. very
natural
cool.
disasters.
Yep,
like that
earthquake and typhoon, which I'm actually a little sad about because they just signed the Demolition contract. So I was hoping that was going to be the tag team this year.
Yeah.
Was the Demolition going in? So,
well, I think honestly, I don't know who's going to lead this Hall of Fame. It could be Luger. I don't
Triple
think it.
H.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. That's Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah, Triple H definitely leading. You don't want to upstage Demolition like that. Demolition needs to be the top,
true.
right? After they left the WWE or WWF, they were well traveled, right? That's all they did, right? And they still doing
Yeah.
it to this day. So I know they've all mended fences.
God
since
bless
then.
them.
Yeah. So
New
they-
natural disasters, by the way, Scotty and Frosty.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yep.
I can see them two jumping up and down around whoever, and
and
then sitting down and eating cake. So
so I'll be earthquake. He can be typhoon.
is that like I want to be Manili and you want to be Vanilli? That's that's the same thing.
Not quite. Well,
All right. Well,
Oh my
Jay
God.
Cargill has a little bit of heat backstage. If you're a Patreon member, I sent out this article earlier today. If you're not a Patreon member, you can be on there for free, or you could pay $5 a month to get all kinds of cool content. So Jay Cargill has some heat backstage. Cargill has been experiencing some heat within WWE. Wrestling Observer, take this with a grain of salt, reported a situation that took place with Shayna Baszler and Jade Cargill last year that led to Cargill getting heat. Fightful had asked WWE talent about the incident shortly after Cargill was written off TV, but those in the locker room had been quiet. Smart. Since then, it was claimed that Cargill took issue with something that unfolded, and the word around the locker room was Cargill had said something to the effect of Baszler needs to learn how to work.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I would tell her that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, well, listen, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to work, but I know how to shoot. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Oof.
It's
Which
like
would-
the pot calling the kettle black. Isn't
Yikes.
it?
So, which was denied by people close to Jade. We're told it stemmed from a match in Scotland where Cargill tapped out in what wasn't supposed to be the finish of the match. People close to
I
Jade.
think I remember that.
I heard this too. People claimed that Jade claimed that she was more disappointed with herself and how things went down and was apologetic backstage. Upon returning to the WWE, we have a new CM Punk alert. Upon returning to the WWE, the situation got much of a locker room talking. Was Cargill's promo video that she said was she was going to demand respect and being surrounded by wolves in the shape of women and all around her. Did you guys see this? I think this was Monday.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
see it.
she did this promo.
Wow.
We didn't hear about it on Rick's Picks. What the hell? At least
Well, I
one
didn't pick.
talent. Yeah, probably.
Well, it
At
must have
least
been the part of the Raw where I saw the back of my eyelids again.
at least one of the talent in the locker room mentioned that it was taken personally by a number of women, and and they kept the issue between her and Baszler quiet. Cargill's absence was also the subject of heat in the locker room. Talent had heard that Cargill asked for the holiday tour off, but was told the tour was mandatory. Following that, she sustained an injury and several members on the roster doubted its validity. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So she's got heat. She thinks maybe she thinks she's still on that Tony Khan schedule where she wrestles every once in a while and she's just an attraction. That's not kind of how the WWE works at times, unless you're like a big star like Undertaker or Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns or someone like that. Is she slowly working her way out of the top billing?
She's gonna keep getting heat. Yeah.
I mean, I agree. If she's going to keep getting heat, she's going to get herself knocked out. But here's the thing about it. Like, so.
Literally knocked out. She keeps fucking with Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. And this is where having some place to go is kind of a big thing. Because if you look at WWE in the late 90s, there were two guys that came into the company pretty much late 90s that really didn't know what the heck they were doing. They were just brought in and they had to get shipped down to OVW to really kind of get their heads on straight and get what this business really was. And that's Mark Henry and the Big Show. At two different times, of course, but I know I've heard stories from Mark himself. I've heard stories from Cornette talking about Mark's time in OVW, but Mark didn't have a handle on the business. He kind of came in, had a bit of an attitude, went down to OVW, did some stupid stuff down there that got him heat with the boys, and finally it started to click with him.
Wasn't everybody mad at Mark Henry because they felt like he didn't work his way through the business, like he didn't earn it, right? I think that was the big.
Yeah, and I mean that's pretty much the equivalent of Jade, is that she didn't really work her way through the business. She came up as a sports person, and now got in under a different company under Tony, and then became this big attraction, and now wants all that special treatment here in WWF. So the problem with NXT is, and again, I don't know how the Performance Center is now, but they need someplace. Like in my view, I would send her to Booker School. Down in Texas, get her away from the company, get her in the pardon the expression, T-Bone, but get her in the doghouse, so to speak. Get her get her into a spot where she's completely out of her element to teach her, the respect for the business going up, and get her, then bring her back to television again. Because NXT, she's not going to get that down at NXT because NXT is all still live television. It's broadcast and stuff like that. Like, put her in a spot where she's got to understand and learn, the do's and don'ts, the way you handle. Again, I don't know anything about, the locker room.
3 letters for you. LFG.
Yeah,
There
I would. Again,
She's beyond LFG, but I think that I think she's such a major star, and I believe that they wanted to prove to Tony Khan that you see what they're doing with everybody they bring in from AEW. They try to fire them right to the top immediately, right? I mean, Ethan Page, and look at Ricky Saints right now. He's on top of the world, and Jay Cargill's been a tag champion. It won't be long before she's a world champion.
Even the chairman just won the North American title.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think everybody who comes in should work their way through NXT. I really think they should work through the Performance Center because it Scotty's right. I wouldn't send her down to Booker School because Booker that's lower than NXT. She's way above that. She's been trained. But sending her to a finishing school like the Performance Center is absolutely the way to go. Because again, you know what happened with Naomi. She came up, they put her back on the main roster, and for a year it was suspect whether she forgot everything she learned. Right? She's starting to get her shit together now, and she's doing good stuff. Not great stuff,
Wrote
but
her
she's
off.
doing. Yeah. They just wrote her off TV just in time, right? But again, put her down to Performance Center, NXT, give her a run down there. I think she needs to be around. Like everybody at the top wants their spot, but when you're down in NXT, I think they're all hungry. Every one of them is hungry, right? And I think she wants to talk about wolves. Send her down there. There's a lot of women down there that will out wrestle her right now. A lot
Yeah,
of
like the entire NXT roster.
pretty much
Yeah.
all of them, yes.
Pretty much.
And 4 or 5 of those girls on the LFG show would probably out wrestle her right now. So, but anyway, Jade Cargill. More to come with that. We'll see what they're going to do. They're clearly doing a singles push with her. The story with Naomi and Bianca not over yet.
No.
We're I hope. I mean, maybe we'll find out some stuff tonight. Who knows?
I still think Bianca's behind it.
I do too. Or
So,
we just that's too easy. That's too easy. So, anyway, let's get into little Rick's picks.
Revolution.
It's time for Rick's Picks. It's time for Rick's Picks. It's time for Rick's Picks.
That's right. It is. Oops, wrong one. That is time. It's time for Rick's picks. We lost the bone. Where did he go?
He went to the doghouse.
Gotcha. Anyway, it's time for Rick's picks.
It is
This
Revolution.
This is the part of the show where we will go through the AEW pay-per-view this weekend. 9 matches that I had so far.
9
filled out.
matches and currently 1-0 hour.
1-0 hour. There would be 2 other. Most
Yeah,
likely
they still got the rest of the catering table to book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there'll be other ones for sure.
Yeah, so 10 matches so far with the whole card. If you got to use the bathroom right now or get a drink, get some more popcorn, get a beer, get another beer.
What?
Now's the time to do it. Maybe that's what T-Bone's doing. He's going to take a couple puffs before all this gets breaking down.
Yeah, that's been nice of you to give us a little bit of a warning. Give him a little bit of a warning. Anyway, go ahead and give us
0 hour. The only match I got so far on here is Big Boom AJ and the conglomeration of Scotty's Boy Pockets and Mark Briscoe versus Johnny TV and the M&M collection, Mansoor and Mace.
Oh,
Who
good.
gives a shit?
It's Mansoor and Menseh.
Who?
Because
Yeah.
The 2 guys that didn't last after LA Knight left the modeling agency.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So,
Who you got, Scotty?
honestly, you know what? Sadly enough, I have to go with the guy that always seems to win this stuff because he's Tony's favorite guy. And, he's going to I'm honestly surprised Pockets is even on the pre-show because you figure they find a way to put him on the main card. But
isn't he a number 1 contender for the world title?
Yeah, he's been number 1 contender for like 6 months.
Are you
And
sure?
they're
you're
about
along
to
with the
have
60 others.
Okay,
And
I was
yeah,
checking.
and they're about to have another. We'll get to that match later. They're going to have another number 1 contenders match: Swerve versus Ricochet.
Yeah.
So this is going to be hysterical. But anyway, I'm going with Pockets team to win this.
T-Bone, who do you got?
Pockets.
You got some Pockets. All right.
Yeah.
Crossbird.
T-Bone. Who else is in that match? Exactly. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I ran to the bathroom real quick, guys. Sorry.
Put a
He
diaper on.
knew
Like
this
the
was going
rest
to be a
of us.
long segment.
You told him to go to the bathroom.
He did mention bathroom break. So
As much as I'd like to see Big Boom AJ lose this, it'll set up a story later on down the line where Big Boom just does a little bit of a singles run. But I'm taking two Big Booms, boom for this match.
Yeah. Pockets in Briscoe and Big Boom are going to win this. What are they facing? ROH guys?
Wait a minute. Mark Briscoe's in this? Well, they're definitely losing. For some reason, they don't let Mark Briscoe win matches.
Yeah,
Nope, they don't.
Pockets is in this, and he always wins matches. So
The
that
great
can't work out.
equalizer.
yeah, there you go.
Cassidy.
Yeah, Scotty's favorite mascot.
That's right.
Still got to get him in that Canadian tuxedo with the shirt with his face on it. AEW Continental Championship, Kazuchika Okada versus Brody King. Who you got, Scotty?
Again, knowing the way Tony books things, like I want Brody King to win this because I'm tired of bitch all the time. That's gonna that should be his new nickname. Don't even call him Okada, just call him bitch. Anyways, I'm tired of Okada having this title, but I don't see Brody King winning this. Okada's gonna take the win, in my view.
T-Bone.
Okada's winning. Hopefully, I said that right.
Gesundheit. Go ahead there, Crossberg. Who you got?
You didn't take John Cena. You're good. I love Brody King. I wish they would put this belt on Brody King. I think his partner's out with a foot injury, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, he got injured in Grand Slam because the ring was too damn small.
I don't think that's why.
It wasn't because of the ring. It was because there was a padding separated on the ring, and when he jumped over the ropes, he landed in that spot between the two padding and rolled his ankle.
Yeah, because wrestling's fake. Again, as much as I like Brody King, I really wanted to win this match. I just don't see them putting a belt on him. I really don't. And he looked good. He looked good on Wednesday night. He really looked good. He chopped the absolute piss out of Okada.
Sorry, I slept through
it. Give me Okada.
This honestly could go either way because Swerve and Brody lost on Wednesday. Maybe. You can't send everybody home happy. Give me Okada.
Yeah, same here. Definitely Okada. Love Brody King, but he's just another one of them guys you want to see a belt on, and he's not going to get it.
Yep.
Or at least not yet. Steel cage match. We got Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher, round 3. Scotty, who do you got?
Who won the last one? I don't even remember.
I believe Ospreay won the last one at hell, I don't even remember what pay-per-view that was.
No, what didn't Fletcher win and we were all pissed off because we all put our points on Ospreay?
No, Ospreay, that was the Continental Classic. Remember Ospreay lost to
Okada
in the finals.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. So this actually makes it round about 4 or 5 then, not round 3.
1-1.
I feel like they've wrestled every night.
They've wrestled more than 3 times.
Yeah, it's been a couple times.
Yeah.
But now it's in a cage. It's in a solid steel cage.
This should be the blow off, right? This should be like the end of this feud.
I hope somebody gets blown off in this one.
No, the blow off is going to be an actual just normal singles match between the two of them in about
on Collision.
On Collision, yeah.
The match that ends it all. A thumb wrestling war.
It'd be a Mark Davis on a pole match.
Good luck getting his fat ass on a pole.
Honestly, in this one, give me, you know what? I'm going to go Fletcher on this one. Because I think Ospreay has won enough stuff, I think they're going to give it to Ospreay and give him the two wins out of 3. So
Did you say Roman Reigns?
yeah,
Yeah,
Roman Reigns is going to make a surprise appearance.
Fletcher, in my opinion, I think Fletcher's going to win. He'll probably have help from the Don Callis family. You guys got to add those elements into play too. He has the Don Callis family that can help him out, and I think Fletcher's going to win with that.
You're talking Don Flaccid?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Stop looking.
Scotty has a name for everybody in AEW.
I know, like, wow.
It's not hard.
He's taking me back.
It's not hard.
Who you got, Cross?
I'm going Will Ospreay, bruv. I think it's time for this thing to end. I think they're going to be. I think there will be some interference, but I think it's Mark Davis who interferes and causes Kyle Fletcher to lose this match. In a cage, by the way. Why put him in a cage and then have interference? Who's doing the booking around here?
Tony Khan.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't say nothing. I'm
just give me Ocean Spray. I'm taking Ocean Spray in this one.
Ocean Spray, I like that.
Bathroom break match of the night, the TBS Women's Championship match. Mercedes versus Momo
Watanabe.
See.
What?
Momo Watanabe.
Can we all just say this is going to be a clean sweep for Mercedes? Unless we get a puppet run in from Harley Cameron.
It's very possible.
That would be more entertaining than watching this match.
There are so many women. Oh my God! There's like a don't do Scott takes. Don't do Scott takes. There are so many women in AEW, and nothing against Momo. Nothing against Momo. She's a great wrestler. I'm sure of it. Never seen her. But why? Why Momo? Right? Why Momo? Nothing against Momo. I've seen her before. It's whatever. Why Momo? Why not get your head out of your ass and bring Britt Baker back? Why not Jamie Hayter?
We already saw that.
Who cares?
We
see matches, and we're getting ready to see another women's match, and we've already seen a couple times now.
We've seen Ospreay and Fletcher multiple times. I get it. I don't understand. I don't, Deonna Purrazzo is out there flirting around. Why are we not getting Deonna Purrazzo? How about Lady Frost? She's doing good stuff in ROH. Bring Lady Frost up. I'd almost rather see these minor girls. Serena Deeb.
That sounded fucking terrible, by the way. These minor women. I'd rather see these minor women wrestlers. Listen,
minor league.
Let's shock the world and bring Danny Moe in from Voltage Wrestling. I'm in for that.
I know her. Good people, Danny. Talented.
I love Danny, and then have Facade do a run-in and kick Monet in the head.
I love Facade too. I've actually wrestled Facade.
Anybody that kicks Monet in the head.
No, you wrestled a Facade. That was completely different. No, but anyway, that what I'm saying. There's a ton of women, and how is this on Revolution? This is the first pay-per-view of the year. We should make it as much of a banger as possible, and this makes me not want to watch it all.
Yep.
Like I said,
it's time for Scott's take.
I'd rather watch paint dry than Monet. Moving on, the number one contenders for the AEW World Championship match, we've got Swerve versus Ricochet. Who you got, Scotty?
Oh God. Okay, so do we want Swerve to win this? Because we've already seen Swerve versus exactly. We've seen Swerve versus the Plumber a million times. Plumber Moxley, that is. John Moxley. Dean Ambrose for a fellow guy in the room here. So we've already seen that, but then do we want to see Ricochet versus Moxley? Because that's almost as absurd. Like that's absurd just in and of itself. Because like two completely crappy styles butting heads. So yeah, honestly give me like now when we'll get to the championship match in a minute. There might be another way this can go, but I'm gonna say we're gonna go Swerve on this one.
Turtle lettuce, T-bone.
The turtle lettuce is telling me that it's not going to be Swerve Strickland. It's going to be Ricochet that wins this match. I look.
Where'd you get a new
Never mind.
strain?
Hang on.
Good.
I look for Swerve's manager, Prince Nana. He's turning. He's turning. You're going to get the turn.
You son of a bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're Crossbird.
I hate you. Why would you say that out loud?
I said it out loud because it's going to happen.
I hate it too, but I agree with T-Bone on this one. Go ahead there, Cross.
Oh man. Huh. I don't. You got my wheels turning.
Yeah, I do. You see.
I mean,
any
you could-
direction they
you-
want to
you-
take it, they can take it.
You could almost.
that
I
angle.
mean, Nana did say he wants to see the old Ricochet or the old Swerve, and he's mad that he doesn't have his coat. But there's gonna be some alterations to that coat. Trevor said, you got me to fuck up. You're fucking me up.
I love it.
You're fucking me up.
Love it.
I'm going. All
I
right,
love it.
I'm sticking with Swerve. I'm going with Swerve.
Yeah,
But I do like
T-Bone.
Trevor is
He's
better
doing some work.
than he's ever been.
He reminds me of one of them like deranged like school teachers from one of them PG-13 movies.
Oh, he's Dahmer. He's fucking Dahmer.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with T-Bone on this. I think Nana's turning on Swerve and Trevor's getting this win. AEW World Tag Team Championship match: the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin against the Outrunners, Turbo, Floyd, and Truth Magnum. Who you got, Scotty?
What names? Oh my god!
They're
They
all.
they sound like they should have been on an episode of American Gladiators.
They look like it too. They look like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Nitro and Malibu.
Nitro. Yes. Completely side note. Completely side note, guys. Anybody that's got Netflix that's as old as us, go on there. There's a great docuseries about the American Gladiators. I know we're a wrestling podcast, but I've got to plug it. It's really cool. They talk to the gladiators. They talk to the contenders. It's a very interesting look behind the scenes. So I would, me being a big fan of wrestling, American Gladiators was also right up my alley. So I, just go get a chance to go. It's something in Mayhem. Oh, I can't remember. I'll look up the title before we get off of here. But it's on Netflix.
It came out over a year ago, and the toys went from 99 cents to $25 a toy.
Yeah,
At
so
the
I
toy
know.
show.
But tag team titles, Hurt Syndicate not losing these belts. I'm going with Hurt Syndicate on this one.
T-Bone.
I'm gonna probably be the odd man out on this one. I'm gonna go the Outrunners.
Wow.
Oh, you have been smoking that turtle lettuce today.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't pay your $5 to get in the league because you are out of your fucking mind. There's no way.
You're gonna make
I love
Frosty
it.
picks look good.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
There's no way that the Hurt Syndicate is losing to a guy named Turbo.
Turbo and Magnum, or
Yeah,
Truth or
yeah.
Truth Magnum.
The only one with a magnum. The only one with a magnum in that group is Bobby Lashley. That's ridiculous.
What if they had help? What if they had help to beat the Hurt Syndicate?
What is going to be their help?
Yeah, MVP is out there as well.
Yeah, it's not happening.
What?
Yeah.
Just
what if? If frogs had wings, they wouldn't bump their ass when they
Khan's-
jumped either.
Tony Khan's booking. Watch, I'm telling you, Outrunners are winning the tag title.
If my aunt had nuts, he'd be my uncle.
Yeah, there's no way the Hurt Syndicate are losing.
Not happening.
Got these belts like a
This
month
is
ago,
their.
didn't they?
Is this their first pay per view? since they won the belts.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they won them on a Dynamite. So
Yeah. MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. Who you got, Scotty?
Oh boy. Again, this is a tough one for me because I hate Hangman. I think he's a complete idiot. But
so do
I
shoppers
don't know.
at Walmart.
Huh?
So do shoppers at Walmart.
Yeah, no.
His figures are still hanging in my Walmart.
Oh yeah, no. Last time I checked, they had put a few of them on clearance at one of the stores I go to. But no, like
$2 special.
yeah, pretty much. No, with this whole match, in my view, it's if they're gonna have MJF lose, like they'd have him lose on something that doesn't really matter, like a collision. MJF is not gonna lose on pay-per-view. In my view, I'm taking MJF on this one. So
I'm actually going to agree with Scotty on this one. I'm taking MJF. There ain't no way he's losing to Hangman Adam Page, a.k.a. the Magnum TA from Timu. He's not losing. MJF's not losing to him.
Damn.
yeah.
Timu,
Warmer.
Mag,
Go ahead there, Cross.
Hangman Timu. I think Hangman is better now than he's ever been. He's doing good stuff. His character work is coming along, and I think he beats MJF here. I think he beats him. I'm taking Hanger.
Not me. I think this will be the first match. MJF is going to win it, and then they'll have a second match where it's who lights the other on fire first for the win.
Maybe
Hoping
they'll
not
have
that Tony Khan books it, so you never know.
maybe they'll have
MJF minus 200 is the favorite in that match.
Yeah, I'm taking MJF.
maybe they'll have an Inferno match where they start inside a house as the house is burning down, and whoever escapes the house first wins.
Swerve is
I
the
got a
only
bet- I got a better one.
pyromaniac.
No,
I got a
Hangman's the
better
one
one.
Hangman's the one
Oh,
that
that's
burns.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
They
So
start the match on fire, and they got to climb a ladder and get a
Bucket of
fire
water.
extinguisher.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, those fire extinguishers do work. I've seen them in action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
yeah.
it on video.
You and me both, sister.
If you lit a flame anywhere near MJF's tanning solution or his hair product, he's done.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Call the fire department.
Yeah. He looks
Next match.
MJF looks like that one weird crayon that was in the crayon box. It was like the Indian. That's what MJF looks like. He's that weird crayon.
Perfect.
Every time you see him,
Perfect.
it's like, what is wrong with his skin? Like, I don't know. It's glossy. I don't know what the fuck is going on with it.
Oh my gosh.
It's a shitty
The
crayon.
next match, we got the Hollywood Endings Falls Count Anywhere match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Tony Storm versus Mariah May. Who you got, Scotty?
Someone's getting Oscar shoved up their. Go ahead, Scotty.
Is it Hollywood Happy Endings with Justin Tucker and Deshaun Watson?
I'm fucking hope so. With appearance by the owner of the Patriots.
Yeah, Robert. Kraft.
The rub and tug match of the night.
Oh my gosh.
We're definitely not
told
getting
y'all- I
monetized
told
on
you.
this one.
I told you when we finished.
No question in my mind, Tony Storm's winning this match. So that's all I gotta
T-Bone.
say.
Tony Storm.
Cross.
I just don't understand why they're wrestling again. They just wrestled.
Yeah.
Wrestled. I don't know. Is this? I don't know. Is this to promote the movie that just came out? Is this part of that? Queen of the Ring. Is this part of it?
I mean, they did have an altercation on the red carpet going in, so
yeah, no doubt.
yeah.
Some people think wrestling's fake. I'm going with Tony Storm. There's just no reason to do this again, but let's go with Tony Storm
Clean sweep.
with a run in by the puppet.
Tony Storm retains. AEW
It's got to
International.
build to something, right? Doesn't it have to build to something? Don't you think something's got to happen to interfere into this somehow? I don't know.
Well, that's what's wrong with AEW. There's no substance to anything. Nothing makes sense.
Oh, there's a
There's
substance.
60. Well, yeah, there's a substance, but not the
Substance
one
on
we
Tony's
want.
nose,
There's
and then he's
60
throwing
number one
darts at a
contenders
board.
for the 90 titles.
Yeah, minus the
Hey,
cola.
Jason, you just said a run-in by the puppet. I didn't know Tony Khan.
Float in.
No, I didn't know Tony Khan was going to make a run-in on one of these matches.
Now, the last time he got in a ring, you know what happened.
Yeah.
He got
Moving on.
Melter driver. Go ahead.
AEW International Championship, Konosuke Takeshita versus Kenny Omega. Go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah.
Tell us something good about Kenny Omega.
He would be very good in a theater production of Lawrence of Arabia. No, I don't see why. Like, they've built Takeshita up with this title. I don't see why they're going to take that away from him. So, unless for some reason it's in Kenny's contract that, hey, I'm going to get why for a guy that's been the world champion, why would they give him the IHOP championship, the International House of Pancakes title? Like, so
They gave it to MJF for a cup of coffee.
Because he's international, and we turned it back into the U.S. title, United States.
Yeah.
U.S. Golf U.S. title, or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm going to cash on this one.
T-Bone.
I'm going for ketchup, dude.
Well, you're gonna get some ketchup on your fries?
Yeah.
I think that's what I heard. Ketchup.
I'm going for Kenny Omega. I
don't say his name.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a big bet.
No, we're all forgetting Kenny Omega's still an EVP, Executive Vice President.
No,
He's
we're
got
not
some.
forgetting.
Yeah,
We're not forgetting.
It's like Fight Club.
He's got some pull. So he's going to pull his name to win this. So Kenny
Kenny Omega's pulling something, all right.
Jesus. Crossberg.
I'm taking Omega to win this. I think it's time. Kenny's back, baby. I like Kenny Omega. A lot of people don't for some reason. I think he's a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah.
Part of being a good wrestler is being a good showman too. So he's one of them, and he is also the favorite on Bet Online.
And I'm taking the cleaner as well. Main event, the AEW World Championship. Cope, not to be confused with Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, takes on John Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose. I'm going first on this one because Moxley's going to retain because Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins are going to come help him win this.
I like it. I'm with you. Throw up your threes.
No, it's
Oh yeah, shit. Bum 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 bum. Love it.
I love it. I love it.
Scotty.
So here's what I think, and this is what might change my opinion of not just now what Jeremy has said about Ricochet and Swerve. But so here's what I think is going to happen. Okay, I'm going to call Edge to win this, and here's why I think this is what's going to happen: is Edge is going to win. Edge will get the title for literally 5 seconds. And Christian is going to come down with the contract and cash in.
Yeah.
And win the belt.
Yeah. Right there. That's it.
Yeah. Which then, in my view, again, it changes my opinion slightly of the Ricochet because then Ricochet and Christian, that might work right there. I could see that maybe working as a number one contender or him being a number one contender against Christian. I can't see it against Moxley. But yeah, so that's honestly what I think is going to happen is Edge is winning this and Christian takes it from him in 5 seconds. So
I like it. I like it.
T-Bone.
You made me
I do
change
too.
my.
I like that. I gotta agree with Scotty on this one. I think everything he said is gonna happen. Like that sounds the clearest way to get the Ricochet in the world title picture. But Ricochet is winning his match, whether the other guy helps out or not. Ricochet's winning, and then we're gonna get Ricochet and Christian. I like that. That's very smart, Scotty. Good booking. Hopefully Tony Khan's listening.
I like what Scotty said. I already had Cope winning, or I already had Cope losing this match, or I'm sorry, Cope winning this match. So I believe Cope is going to win this world title. He's been choked out, beat up, and booed off stage. Nope, that was Eminem. God darn it. I think it's time. I think it's time. This whole they need to get this briefcase opened up and see what the fuck's in it. I don't know what's in it.
Tony's blow.
Could be a big bag of snow. Who knows?
But what if it's gonna be like Fort Knox and they open it up and there ain't nothing there?
Oh, maybe now they got to chase Moxley around for the next 3 months for the next pay-per-view to find out where the belt is.
And then they find out that he hawked it for more.
Yeah,
Coke
Maria
for Tony.
Shafir sold it to some Russian drug lords. Nope, I'm going with Copeland here, but I do like the cash in. Because I think we need to revisit the Christian Edge or Christian Cope story.
In all seriousness, this is my pick. I'm going with Cope. I think what was it? Wheeler Yuta, who's been the whipping boy of the Death Riders, makes the full turn and helps Cope win this match. Kicks Moxley in the nuts, maybe helps.
I believe they shook hands at the end of this match on Wednesday.
Yeah, they did. I did get that clip. I could also see where Cope wins it and Wheeler Yuta comes out and kicks Cope in the nuts, and then that's when Christian comes down to cash in his piece of paper.
Wait a minute.
And Wheeler joins the patriarchy.
Does Wheeler have no father? Is Wheeler's daddy dead? What's going on with Wheeler's dad? Somebody Google Wheeler Yuta's dad and see if he's alive.
I got you. I'm on it.
If he's not alive, then we're definitely getting a new patriarchy.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean,
AEW Wheeler Yuta's dad. Is he still alive? I'm doing it, man.
How do you think Suri's gonna? His Suri must be the smartest Suri ever if he can understand what the fuck he's saying.
It didn't understand a fucking word.
Who's John Cena? Anyway, that's it for Revolution. Again, 9 matches right now, 1 pre-show match. If you're in the predictions challenge, the link is up, but it is not eligible yet until after Saturday. It'll pop in Saturday at 10 o'clock. If there's any updates or whatever, I'll add those couple matches. Then it'll be in for you guys to fill out. Due by 5 p.m. So you'll have a nice chunk of 15, 16 hours there to pick Will or to pick Cope to winning. So all right, it's getting late in the show, but we're gonna do it. We might. How many Scott takes do you have?
Just one.
Fuck. Let's do it.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Next week on U.S.
That's definitely not it. That's definitely not it. What? Oh boy, that never gets old. I can watch Scotty shake his ass all day long. All right. Poor production today. Poor production. All right, Scotty. Before you get into Scott Takes, make sure you guys go like, subscribe, ring that bell. If you're on TikTok, go follow. Hit that follow button. Drop kick that bell. Whatever you got to do, make sure you're listening. If you don't like to look at us, we are all over the podcasting world. We're the number 3,700th podcast in wrestling. I don't know that that's true. That might not. No, wait. I don't have no fingers. Hold on. Get 'em all. Get 'em all. I don't know where we're at. I keep trying to look for us, but can't find us. Anyway, we are on there. We're on iTunes and Spotify and wherever you listen to your podcast, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening, download us. Go ahead, Scotty. Let's get into some Scott takes.
Well, guys, so Jade Cargill might not be the only one with heat in or out of the WWE. Over the last week, Carmella has been on several podcasts talking about her.
You better. I don't know where you're going with this, but you better shut your mouth right now.
Carmella has been on several podcasts talking about her time in the WWE and her release and how much it came as a surprise. And in her words, she has been saying that WWE punished her for getting pregnant. And she is like, well, you know, my husband's still there. You know, other people are still there. I'm not. I don't have a job anymore. So my question to you, gentlemen, does Carmella have a higher opinion of herself than she should be? Or do you guys think that Carmella, if she had been given another chance in the WWE, could have been the next Charlotte Flair or the next big thing? Was her work sufficient enough to give her the ego that she seems to think she has about her place in the company? Ricky, I'm going to start with you.
I liked her work when she was there, but she's been gone for so long now. Like, I don't know. The women's division's getting bigger and bigger, so where she would fit in at this point it's kind of undetermined. They'd have a spot for her. She'd be good for mid card at this point. I don't know. I just think it's just unfortunate for her that with the roster cuts, she's just one of them. Because you remember, not only did she have she had 2 pregnancies. She had the miscarriage with the first one. So she's been out for how long now?
Over a year.
Well over a year. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. Hard to say. Her being the next Charlotte or something, no, not a chance. Not a chance. I would say mid card at best at this point.
Yeah. T-Bone, what do you think?
Do I think she's punished for having a baby? I really don't. I think that it was more or less the timing, how long she's been gone versus how much money they're putting out. Gotta make budget cuts. Sorry about your luck. Go to AEW, maybe Tony Khan will put you back with Big Bill or something, you know. We'll see what happens.
Enzo's out there flirting around. If she wants
I mean,
Oh boy.
Just saying.
Yeah, she's
Sorry
part
about your damn
of the
luck.
learning tree.
She'll be working at Target next week.
Wait. So we're getting a AEW pay-per-view and no Jericho.
Ooh, you're right. Thank God.
Is this the first AEW pay-per-view without Jericho?
No.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Like a couple pay-per-views ago, he wasn't on. But go
yeah,
ahead.
I feel like he wasn't. Yeah.
Mr. Cross.
Can anybody tell me? Give me besides this year. Give me a woman that was released last year. Right.
Ooh.
How about 2 years ago?
Sonya Deville.
No, that was this year.
That was this year.
Yeah. 2 years ago.
Yeah, can't really think of anybody else.
Do you know why? Because they all seem to be pretty replaceable. WWE has a format of women that they like, and you take out Carmelo, insert JC Jane, take out Carmelo, enter Gigi Dolan, take out Carmella, enter Carmen Petrovic, take out take you name it, Thea Hale, Saul Ruka, I mean, there's a ton of women that are easily forgettable. And I believe Carmella, and I love Carmella, but I know she won the world championship, thanks to James Ellsworth. But I know she won the world champion. She is a women's world champion. We'll never be able to take that away from her. But I believe most likely she will come back at some point, possibly. But again, a lot of the women, unless you're your Rhea Ripley or your Becky Lynch's or your Charlotte Flair, there's no way that she's on the same tier as Charlotte Flair. She's 5 tiers below Charlotte Flair. She's that far below.
Yeah.
So again, unless you make a super big name for yourself, maybe by hurting women,
Yeah.
you're
Nia Jax.
easily forgotten. So again, there's so many women in the WWE right now. She's just a casualty of war. That's just kind of how it is.
And I agree with that. I think the final deal is that she would, like, while she has won a world title, coming back to the WWE, she would have been nothing more than a mid-card person at best. And like Jason just said, there's many a mid-card woman. Like she would have been almost on the same level as her work, even after, like, even before having the world title, and even some after the world title, in my view, was no more than a Chelsea Green style, half serious, half comedy concoction. She was never, to my mind, she's got a bigger ego than what her position in the company really was. She thinks that she's being punished and whatnot. No, they're just, as the old expression goes, creative just has nothing for you. We see ourselves going in a different direction. We're not picking up your options. Take your pick. She feels like, again, her comments seem to suggest that she doesn't know where she's going to land. If she's going to land on her feet, like, honey, you'll be fine. There's plenty of other places to go if you want to continue your wrestling career. Huh?
I said fans only, or
Family,
only fans,
yeah.
whatever
That's
you
my
call it.
that's my line. That's my line.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to license it, friend. But sorry.
But
Did you say fans only?
only, yes.
Yeah, only fans only. I don't fucking get on the shit, so I don't know what it's called. I just know it's a fucking porn site, pretty much.
That's normally what I say after women get released. I got 2 words for you. Only
Yep.
fans.
Only
Only
fans.
fans. There you
Hurry.
go.
But yeah, no.
Hurry, I wanna see.
I'm looking at it.
Good. I'm good. If I wanted
Yeah.
to see some fake tits, I'd look at fucking Barbie.
Well, on that note,
On that
I read that WWE's bringing back the women's Evolution pay-per-view this year as well.
oh,
I thought I saw for July. I think I read July or something like that.
Yeah, I saw something about that. I didn't see an exact date, but I did see something about that too.
is it a pay-per-view for Evolution or a pay-per-view for Evolve?
No, it says PLE Evolution.
Oh,
And I think Stephanie McMahon's gonna have something to do with it. Or at least that's what I've seen. So
Yeah.
who knows?
WWE bring back popular PLE concept.
I don't know how popular.
They only did it once.
Yeah, 2018 is when they did it.
Well, if it was popular, why didn't they bring it back? Just saying, throwing it out there.
NDAs probably. NDAs maybe.
Yeah,
Anyway, that's good doing here for Heart Rate Wrestling. Boys, thank you so much. T-Bone, what do you got going on this weekend? Who are you pissing off this week, T-Bone?
I like pissing off a lot of people, but
I
this
hear you.
weekend we'll be in Mermet, West Virginia, 7:30 bell time, 7 o'clock doors open. We're going to be down there at the elementary school for Mega Pro Wrestling. Come check it out. Make sure you definitely come check it out. And tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., USW Justice. You can see this ugly face in the middle of the ring.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm
Oh,
there.
you're on that show? Man.
Yeah.
I heard it's a banger.
I heard it was too.
It was a banger. So anyway, Ricky, where are you at this weekend?
I will be
Besides
right
in the dark.
Yeah.
Our
I'll be right here.
Sith Lord.
I'll be right here in my room sleeping because I am just fucking absolutely exhausted.
His room's
Been a
got no
long night.
windows, does it?
Yeah, they're right here in front of me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you ain't
Don't
got
worry,
no
don't
windows or
worry.
anything. You're gonna be in the dark.
Time changes tomorrow night, I believe.
Is that what it is tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow
So
night.
next Friday, it'll still be light out at this time.
Perfect. Is it light? Oh, yeah, it's starting to get dark now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's just starting.
Scotty, you got anything exciting going on this weekend?
Anybody that wants to come hang out, come play Magic up in Frederick at the Tournament City with Francis Scott Key Mall. Come out. Any nerds out in the audience want to come and play. So
That's awesome. You go hang out with Scotty from Hardway.
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah, why not? You want magic?
Magic.
You want to watch him make things disappear? It is. Anyway, that's gonna do it here. I am nowhere. No, I have a DJ gig tomorrow night. I am nowhere wrestling this. Actually, I am off of wrestling until May.
Oh,
Where
You're
most
not
like
at ATCW.
You're not ATCW.
I have DJ gigs booked up for the next 4 weeks, and then April we'll be in
Oh,
Vegas.
shit.
So yeah. I stay busy, even though it's not independent wrestling. I'm busy. I promise.
Awesome.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time
On the hard way.
peace.
Sheesh.